as promised, we meet for the ninth or eighth or ninth time to deal with some material, to deal with the rest of the program. We are about to finish. I said we are left with 2 lessons. That's great. We are doing a good job together. Okay, for those who have downloaded papers last time, I left you with some work, guided writing, yeah. And remember that every time we meet, we correct the previous one. Last time I gave you another pie chart. So remember, we've worked on note development to paragraph. We've worked on a pie chart, yeah. We've worked on the hydrated sentences, and we've corrected all of these things, and I gave you samples. So last time I left you with the pie chart, which is related to the number of immigrants in Germany. You had the chart and some figures, of course, and out of those figures you are supposed to develop a short paragraph, a 4-line paragraph. Remember the session before, I think I gave you some recommendations, some tips on how to write a paragraph, how to develop a paragraph out of information on a table or on a chart, on a pie chart, any similar document. Good. I've told you to write a short. If they ask you to write 4 lines, don't go beyond that. Write 4 lines. Tell you five, no more than that. Okay, so stick to the number. Respect the number of lines you've been requested to write. That's the first thing. Next thing is you have to stick to the information provided, even if you know anything about, for example, in this case, about Germany and the Germans and the Turks and the immigrants and the origin of the immigrants. Imagine, try to imagine that you don't know anything about it, yeah, and just stick to the things you have in front of you. That's one thing. I said, write short sentences, yeah. Use comparative, superlative forms. Use original linkers. Okay. Try to get rid of those besides and furthermore, I don't know what, and yeah, good. Another thing is to be original in your writing, yeah. Last thing was to always refer to the document you are trying to analyze, saying, for example, as shown on the pie chart above, or as indicated, or with the reference to the pie chart, or yeah, good. So here you have, I said, a document, a pie chart. It says use the chart below to write a short 5-line text about the origin and figures of immigrants to Germany in 2017. Good. On the chart you have population with migrant background in Germany in 2017, 23%, 23.6%. That means around 19.3 million. Yeah, that's the number of immigrants. That's related to the immigrants who are living or making part of the total population in Germany. And then we have got some other figures. 13.3, 3.4, 2.6, 1.7, 1.5, and 1.1. And below you have the origin of those people, a non-migrant background, other migration background, Turkish roots, Polish roots, Russian roots, Kazakh roots, and Romanian roots. Good. I don't know whether you've worked on this or not. If you haven't still, I hope you've tried to do that. If you haven't tried, look at the sample I tried to work on for you, and it says, listen, around a quarter of the German population is made up of immigrants. That's first sentence, which is a kind of topic sentence, which I'm going to develop. Now I'm going to move to details. So I repeat again, around a quarter of the German population is made up of immigrants. We said 23.6, so it's around the quarter, you see. All right, they didn't tell us it's a quarter, but that's what we've deduced. So Next, 13.3% of whom are of a mosaic of nationalities and thereby represent the largest portion. Right, is the largest portion, yeah? People from different nationalities. Maybe Latin Americans, maybe Europeans, I don't know, Africans, Asian, yeah? So around a quarter of the German population is made up of immigrants, 13.3% of whom are of a mosaic of nationalities and thereby represent the largest portion. Full stop again. The Turkish, as shown on the chart above, comes second with 3.4, followed by the Polish 2.6, the Russians 1.7, then the Kazakh, who are slightly smaller in number, with 1.5, and the Romanians, who are at the very bottom of the list, with 1.1%. You see, things are clear. I've used all the information there in 5 lines, no more than 5 lines. I was asked to write 5 lines, and here I am with my 5 lines. Shall I redo that again? I said around a quarter of the German population is made up of immigrants, 13.3% of whom are the mosaic of nationalities and thereby represent the largest portion. The Turkish, as shown on the chart above, comes second with 3.4%, followed by the Polish 2.6, the Russians 1.7, then the Kazakh, who are slightly smaller in number with 1.3, and the Romanians, who are at the very bottom of the list with 1.1. Clear? You see? All right, good. Let's move to our task. Now, as I said, these things have been published on my Facebook account. Okay, so you can find these documents and you can download them. You can find this. Okay, if you haven't done this, you can do it. If still you can't get away to get it, just send me a message and I'll be sending you this. All right, great. We move. Now, next task. It's a recall test. Okay, so we've been talking last time. We've dealt with, I remember the lesson, urban exodus. We said why people. Now there's a trend of people who are moving from big cities to the countryside. They are fleeing the cities and settling in the countryside. Okay, that's great. I've given you some vocabulary, yeah, some language related to that lesson, and now I'm going to check how much of that you've retained so far. Yeah. The recall test. Write equivalents to the following words. Okay. Remember, I gave you the word married. The word married. It's M-Y-R-I-A-D. What does this mean? Remember, I explained that. Yeah? No? No? It has nothing to do with that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It means a countless or extremely large number of people or things. That's it. A countless or an extremely large number of things or people. Yeah, but that's myriad. The second word is peak level. The peak level is the top level, the highest level of something. That's the peak level. It's peak and not peak. Peak, P-E-A-K. Great. Then we have a decade. What's a decade? It's easy. I was supposed to know that. Yes, 10 years. That's it. I see on the screen someone wrote 10 years. Yeah, that's 10 years. To outlive. To outlive means to, yeah, that's it. Try to guess. To live, yeah, live longer. To outlive is to live longer. And we said that people in the countryside outlive those who live in big towns. They live longer, yeah, and lucky they are, you see. Then, life expectancy. What is life expectancy? We saw the word too, and the word that you most often use in geography. In geography, we deal with with countries' population and population trends and things. So life expectancy is the number of years, one is likely to live, one is expected to live. Yeah. Life expectancy in Tunisia is around 70 years, I think, something like this. Not bad, not good. Yeah. The Italians live longer. They outlive people from Tunisia. They outlive all the rest of the world. Mainly people who live in the south of Italy, they outlive all the other people on the planet. The Japanese also. The Japanese outlive the remaining nationalities. Good. Level out. Yeah, to level out is to stop going up, to stabilize in a certain way. That's to level out. Yeah, and we have pounded roads. Pounded roads. The word pounded roads means, yes, heavily crowded. That means roads with very heavy traffic. Roads with very, very heavy traffic. Congestions and things like that. So, heavily crowded, heavily busy, or with heavy traffic. The roads on which the traffic is not flow at all. Yeah, people are stuck in traffic. So heavy traffic. Yeah, roads with heavy traffic. That's it. Good. Now, it's okay. I think that you've retained most of the words. We move to another task. We try to diversify things. We try to change so that you don't get bored, don't do the same things. All right. This time I'm going to give you things. I'm going to give you other equivalents or statements, and you have to decide whether they are right or wrong. So if they are right, you just try it against that item. Right? If they are wrong, you write wrong and you correct. And you write wrong and you correct. Clear? I start with the first one. Vibrant means lively and exciting. Vibrant city, vibrant. So vibrant means lively and exciting. Is that true? That's correct. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So no need to correction. All right. Now, surge means decline. Surge means decline. Right or wrong? Wait, I'm waiting for your answer. Right or wrong? Surge means decline. It's wrong. It's wrong. Surge means sudden rise. You can write it. Sudden rise. Surge means sudden rise. Yeah. The surge in the number of people who are fleeing, the sudden rise in the number of people who are fleeing the big cities. Now, the third statement is we can write this word either ways, leveled or leveled. It ends in double L-E-D or just one L-E-D. Is that right? Level, when used in the past with the ing, does it end in double L-E-D or one L-E-D? Or we can write it either ways. What do you think? Yeah, we can write it either ways. We can write it with double L-E-D or just one L-E-D, and both spellings are correct. Good. Now, to rate is to classify according to its rate. To classify according to its rate. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It is. It is. So to rate is to classify according to its rate. Now, slow down is opposite to slow off. Slow down, and if we need the opposite, is to slow off. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah? No? Yes, no. The opposite of slow down is speed up. Speed up. That's it. Yeah? Good? Now, with the expression in the last 5 years or the past 5 years, we use the simple past tense. Now, if in a sentence you have this expression in the last 5 years, or you have the expression in the past 5 years, you use the simple past. Is it right? No, it is not. No, it is not. What tense do we use? I'm waiting for answers, so correct? Yes, with The last 5 years or the past 5 years. What tense do we use? We use the present perfect. We use the present perfect. Yeah? Great. Good guys. You are doing good job. We are doing good job together. Yeah. Now, the noun form from or for the word to reveal, the noun form for the word to reveal is written here, revealment, is revealment. Right or wrong again? Right or wrong? So reveal, the noun form is revelation, revelation. How spell it? How spell it? Yeah? Okay, here it is. Wait. So we write revelation with R, E, V, A, L, A, T, I, O, N. Revelation. R-E-V-E-L-A-T-I-O-N. Revelation. Good. Now, we say more bigger to mean it is really and clearly very big. If something which is very big, we use it to compare. Do we use more bigger? Is that correct? And many of you, by the way, use it. Many of you in your writing say more bigger, more, which is wrong. Which is wrong. We never say more bigger. Why? Because big is a short adjective. So we should use the er to get to, I mean, to make a comparison. To make a comparison, use er. So it's bigger. Now, if you want to intensify it with an intensifier, we use much bigger, or far bigger, or way bigger. So 3 possibilities, 3 alternatives. So much bigger, far bigger, or way bigger. But never say more bigger. Okay? Great. Now, the word rural is used to relate and refer to big towns and cities. Okay? If we say rural, do we mean that it relates to big cities? Right or wrong? Right? No, it's wrong. Rural relates to villages, to life in the village. Rural, I don't know, rural life, rural occupation, rural, I don't know what. Yeah. So when you use rural, you mean things that relate to the countryside, to the villages. Clear? Okay. Great. So, the recall test ends here. The recall test ends here. Now, we are going to move to something I think now you are used to get in every session. It is the fact of checking how much you know, how good are you with the irregular verbs, I mean. Yeah? How good are you with the regular or at using irregular verbs? This time, you see, we try to change. Last time I gave you mistakes in a table or on a table, and you had to correct them. This time I'm going to give you the past participle, only the past participle, and it's up to you to find the base form and the simple past. Okay? Are you ready? Yeah, we go together. So, I gave you the past participle taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. T-A-U-G-H-T. Let's start with the base form. What is the base form of taught? Yeah, it starts in T, of course. T, and then E, and then A, and C-H. Teach. It's teach. Teach, taught, taught. Teach, taught, and taught. Great. Then, the next word is lane. L-A-I-N. L-A-I-N. Guess the base form. Guess the base form. Can you get it? It's lie, yeah. It's lie, lay, lane. Lie, L-E. L-I-E, sorry. L-I-E, lie. Then we have lay, L-A-N-Y, and lane. Okay. Then we have wept. The past participle is wept. So what is the base form of the verb? Is to weep. W-E-E-M-P, weep. That's the base form. The simple past is like the past participle is wept. Weep, wept, and wept. Okay, great. Now, the past participle is sung. Sung, S-U-N-G. Sung. The base form is sing. S-I-N-G. Sing. The past is sung with A. S-A-N-G. Sang. Sing, sang, and sung. Yeah. I have woven. Woven. So the base form is wove. Weave, sorry. Weave. W-E-A-V-E. The past is wove. And the past participle is woven. Now what about set? Set. 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 It doesn't change. So the three forms are alike, are similar. Write them similarly. I mean, they have the same. I mean, spelling. S-E-T, S-E-T, and S-E-T. Set, set, set. Shaken is the past participle. The base form is shake. Yeah, shake. The past is shook. S-H-O-O-N-K, and the past participle is shaken. Shake, shook, shaken. All right. And I have set. S-A-T. The past participle, the base form is sit, and the past is sat. Sit, sat, and sat. Sit, sat, sat. S-A-T and S-A-T. And I have stricken. Stricken. The infinitive, the base form is strike. Strike. Counter strike for those who like video games. Yeah. Yeah. Counter strike. Now, strike, struck, the past, S-T-R-U-C-K, S-T-R-U-C-K, and stricken, strike, struck, stricken. Or we can also use struck as a past participle, so strike, struck, struck. Yeah. Now, I have held as a past participle. The base form is hold, hold, H-O-L-D, hold something tight. Yeah, hold. Yeah, the past is held, and the past participle is held too. Now, shown is the past participle. What is the base form? Guess the base form from shown? It's shine. Shine. The past is shown, and the past participle is shown again. Okay. The last verb. The last verb. The past participle of that verb is dug. Dug. D-U-G. The base form is dig, and the past is dug. So dig, dug, dug. That was the last. That was the last verb of the series today on the matrix today. Okay. Okay. Great. So next task is this: is fill in the blanks with words from the box. Fill in the blanks with words from the box. All right. But before we move to that, I want you to tell me the reasons why people are moving now from big cities to go and settle in the countryside. Yeah? What are the reasons? The reasons is that it's healthier. Yeah, settling in the countryside is healthier. The air is fresh. Yeah. There is little contamination there. Yeah. Little pollution, less pollution. Yeah. Less traffic. That means less smoke. Yeah. You can breathe fresh air. Plenty of open spaces. Yeah. Okay. So that's one thing. Second thing is that the cost. Yeah, the cost of living is lower there. Yeah. Everything costs less. Everything costs less. The rent, transportation, the cost of living, the things you have to buy, the goods you have to buy there. You get fresh fruit also at very little price, yeah, or sometimes at no price at all, because you can grow your own things there, yeah, your own vegetables and fruit, yeah, yeah, you eat organic food, so it is healthier again, yeah. Oh, less crime, yes, there is more security, everybody, everyone knows everyone else there, yeah, so there is less crime, more security for the kids to play outside, fewer cars, that means fewer accidents, and more security, more safety for the kids. Okay, yes. Now technology allows people to work from their homes, from their offices. So technology can help us save the time and energy we would waste commuting to big cities via the internet. Yeah, yeah. There are all the amenities now. In villages, in the villages themselves, are not far from the villages, yes, in the areas around, and it's easy to get access to these places. Yeah, so things are improving in the villages. Yeah, yes, the roads are getting better roads. So going to big city is very easy. So you can go to a city for anything in no time at all, in very short time. Yeah, what else? Good. So these are the main reasons. These are the main, and life expectancy. So we said people live longer there. So if you want to live longer, you can move to the countryside. Okay. And also, yes, basically that's it. Basically, there is more room there, more space. Yeah. Good. And you avoid all the stress and the spleen and the noise of cars and all that heavy traffic and things. Yeah. Good. And you're always on the run. Well, these are the main reasons why people are moving now to the countryside. And that's a trend, I said, in Europe and mainly in the UK. Good. Now, I gave you a task on that. I gave you a blank filling task. I have a paragraph with these words: benefiting, taking, amenities, to, shown, while, living, out, for, dwells, and growing. And you were supposed to put these words in the right place. You had to fill in the blanks with the appropriate words. Find the right word. And again, I tell you, how would you proceed now to find the right words? If you know the word, it's okay. If you don't know, you can start by trying to identify the nature of the word. Well, in that, what word do you need in that space, particular space? Do you need a noun? Do you need a verb? Do you need an adjective? First, the first thing you do when you look at the word, try to identify the nature of the words. If you take, for example, benefiting, it can be a gerund, that means verb plus ing, so, or a verb, that means you can use, you can add is or are or I am, and we get a verb. Taking, same thing. Amenities, it's a noun, you put an N. To, preposition. Shown is past participle, it can be an adjective. While is a connector. Living, it can be an adjective, it can be a verb too. Out is preposition, for a preposition. Dwellers is a noun of the doer. Yeah. And growing, it can be a verb, it can be an adjective. Yeah. Clear. So that's how you identify the nature, and then you try to find the right words for the right spaces. And we start reading. Motivated by the prospect of a better work, life balance, easy access to the great outdoors, and cheaper, have costs. Cheaper, what word would go with costs? Cost is a noun, so it needs an adjective. That, if you can find it, is living. Cheaper living costs. Yeah, it can be a noun too, I said. More people are advantage of the flexible workplace. So what word would collocate with advantage here? We say to take advantage to take advantage. So are taking advantage of the flexible work practices afforded by the technology and moving of urban centers. You move, you leave, so you move out. You move out of urban centers. But is the reality of rural living everything they hoped for? Is life in the country worth the loss of inner city? Yeah, the word that would go there. So if you leave the big city, what is the thing that you are going to lose there? The amenities, all those amenities, the banks, the theaters, all those facilities, those amenities. Yeah, swapping city lives for a rural ideal was once associated with the golden age of retirement, but a number, if a number is a noun, so we need an adjective. A growing number of younger workers are exchanging urban postcodes for a place in the country. Demographic reports from Australia reveal that Greater Sydney lost 15,000 residents internal migration over 2009. Lost 15 residents because of what? So, because of internal migration. What can we use here to mean because of? So they lost them to internal migration. That means because of to internal migration over 2013 and 2014. A trend also seen in the Melbourne as former city left for regional. So they left. We need people. So here it means some people left. So what word can we use here? Dwellers, that means the inhabitants, the residents, or we can say the dwellers. Good. As former city dwellers left for regional Victoria, and the UK ONS survey has, now you need to past participle here, it has, what past participle do you have? Just one, I think, which is shown. Yeah, so it's easy to get it. Has shown that for a number of years, the number of people moving out of London is higher than the number of those moving in, while, and a link word here, so comma, while the opposite happens in other parts of southern and eastern England. We wanted to find an area that was more financially viable than Sydney. Kathleen says, we didn't want the constant stress of paying down a huge mortgage to live in a house in the city. Now we both work in the central business district, but our commute is much easier and cheaper with a 48-minute, yeah, that's it. Good. All right. So it should end here. Yeah. Okay. It should end there. Good. There's a part that I didn't cut. I should have cut before, but never mind. Now the task, the homework this time will consist in this. Just you have two tasks. Yeah. The first task is try to reorder the letters. So as to get. So it starts with 31-year-old marketing and program coordinator Karen Burgess and her husband Isley. It starts there, right? So you have muddled upwards. That means the letters are muddled up, scrambled, and you try to reorder these letters to get meaningful, appropriate words. Yeah. That is the first task. The second task is this. Okay, it's you have to complete the conversation below appropriately. I've given you an open-ended conversation. You either have to provide the question or the reply according to that conversation. So we try to read it and you do the task for next time. I promised you a task like that last time. I told you that we are left with the biography, remember, and an open-ended dialogue. And you see, I keep my promise and provide you with this open-ended dialogue. So you do it, yeah. As usual, I'm going to give you a sample for that, yeah. As for the productive writing, so you can take note, yeah. Okay, I've given another task. The task consists in reading this text. 10 reasons to live in the country. 10 reasons to live in the text. And the skill we are going to work on, the writing skill we are going to work on to try to consolidate this time is how to write a summary. We are going to write a 12-line summary, for this text next time. And this will be very helpful for you if you are to write anything about that issue, that topic. Clear? All right. So, as I told you, and I keep telling you, I'm not going to be long. Yeah. I'm going to stop here. Yeah. We'll be meeting not tomorrow, but the day after, that I give you some time for you to relax. Because as I said, you are about to finish everything. All right. We are about to finish. We are left with 2 lessons. So next time we'll focus on one of these lessons. Then the next time on the second one. And I'll have ample time for a consolidation, for going back to the first lessons, and to trying to keep you on the track, now on the right track. Good. Have the best of time. Enjoy yourselves. Keep being holed up, and see you not tomorrow, but the day after. It's gonna be Sunday, I think. Bye.